Your story doesn't start in the hills of Israel. It starts in Phoenicia, which is basically a super rich fancy place on the coast. You're born a princess, but your family's power is brand new and it was bought with blood. Your father, Ethbal, wasn't born a king. He was a priest who murdered the king before him to get the throne. So from day one, you learned a very clear lesson. Power isn't something you're given, it's something you take. Meanwhile, over in Israel, they're a lot more serious. They have their one God, Yahweh, and that's it. Now, for political reasons, to create a strong alliance, a marriage is set up between you and Ahab, the king of Israel. And when you show up, things get interesting. It's a total culture clash. When you move to Israel to become queen, you don't just bring a few suitcases. You bring your whole lifestyle with you. That means your customs, your fancy things, and most importantly, your gods. You're not about to change who you are. You talk your new husband, Ahab, into building a huge temple for your god, Baal. He seems pretty happy to go along with it, probably because he wants to keep you happy. You also bring along hundreds of your own prophets, basically your spiritual crew, and you put them all on the royal payroll. This is a huge deal in Israel, and it really starts to tick people off. You can feel a serious divide growing in the kingdom. As your god, Baal, gets more popular, the opposition gets louder. And the main guy leading the charge against you is a prophet named Elijah. This guy is just as intense as you are. To you, he's just a dramatic guy from the middle of nowhere. But you can't shake the feeling that he's tapped into a power that's different, something real. He sees you as a major problem. Things eventually blow up. Elijah confronts your husband and says God is going to cause a drought because of you. And sure enough, the rain stops and the food starts running out. The fight is officially on. You see it as a power play, not realizing you've picked a fight with the one who actually controls the weather. You don't back down. In fact, you get tougher. You're not a queen people can just push around. You give the order to start hunting down all the prophets of Yahweh. It gets brutal. The whole thing comes to a head on a mountain called Mount Carmel. Elijah challenges your prophets to a kind of spiritual showdown. His God versus your God. Your 450 prophets go first. They shout, they dance, they do everything they can for hours. The result is crickets. Nothing happens. It's super awkward. Then it's Elijah's turn. He says a quick prayer and boom, fire falls from the sky. It's a clear, terrifying display of power that your gods were completely unable to match. After seeing a miracle that your side just couldn't pull off, the people of Israel are convinced. They grab all of your prophets and execute them. When you hear the news, you are furious. You don't take losing well. You send a message to Elijah, promising him that by this time tomorrow, he'll be dead too. And the guy who just faced down 450 prophets, he gets scared and runs away from you. Quick pause real fast. If you've made it this far and you're enjoying the video, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know you want more content like this. And while you're down there, leave a comment. Just say what's up or share your thoughts so far. All right, let's get back into it. But your troublemaking isn't just about religion. Next to the palace, there's a vineyard owned by a guy named Naboth. Your husband, Ahab, wants it, but Naboth refuses to sell. So Ahab, the king, goes back to the palace and basically throws a tantrum. You see this and think, seriously? You decide you have to handle this yourself. You come up with a nasty but effective plan. You arrange for people to lie and say Naboth committed a crime. Based on these lies, he gets stoned to death. With Naboth out of the way, you go to your husband and tell him the real estate issue has been resolved. But just as Ahab goes to check out his new property, Elijah shows up again. He delivers a terrifying prophecy. He says that dogs will lick up Ahab's blood. And for you, he has a special prediction. Dogs will devour Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel. And the way he says it, you know this isn't just a threat. It sounds like a verdict. Years go by. Your husband is about to go to war, and he's not feeling great about it. See, he got a prophecy from a legit prophet that he was going to die in battle. So, being the cunning king he is, he tries to outsmart destiny. He decides to disguise himself as a regular soldier, thinking that if no one knows he's the king, he'll be safe. But during the battle, a seemingly random archer just fires an arrow into the air and it hits your husband in a vulnerable spot, right between the pieces of his armor. He bleeds out in his chariot. Later, when they wash his chariot in a public pool, the dogs come and lick up his blood, just like Elijah said they would. So much for outsmarting fate. That's how your husband dies in battle. But that prophecy that he got is still hanging over your family. Then a new guy, a military commander named Jehu, is chosen by Elijah's successor to be the next king. His main job? To get rid of your entire family line and everything you stand for. Jehu doesn't waste any time. After killing your son, the king, he rides straight for your palace. You hear he's coming, but you don't hide. You figure if you're going down looking fabulous. So you do your makeup, fix your hair, and stand out the window to insult this new guy, Jehu. When he rides in, he's not impressed. He looks up and shouts, "Who's on my side?" A couple of your servants look down and he gives them an order. "Throw her down." And they do. Your own servants throw you out of the window. You're trampled by horses. And Jehu just walks inside to have dinner. Later, he casually says, "We should probably bury her. She was a king's daughter after all." But when his men go to find your body, they discover that Elijah's prophecy came true in a really disgusting way. There's almost nothing left of you, just your skull, your feet, and your hands. The dogs got the rest. And that was it. Your reign was over. Your name would go down in history as the definition of a wicked woman. But your story is also about a queen with a will of iron who refused to back down, right to the very end. This was your life, the story of the princess who became history's most notorious villain.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed it or found it insightful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Also, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought or what you want to see in the next video. I read all of them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.